Let's take you to Egypt, where world leaders have gathered for the Conference of Parties Summit. The United Nations Climate Change Summit is in its second and last week of discussions. Let's go to our senior reporter, Siphamandla Goge, who is in Sharm el-Sheikh, and he joins us now live to give us more details. Sipa, just tell us how talks are going today.
Well, Maseko, I'm struggling to hear you. I keep losing you. If you are still with me, let me tell you that the 27th edition, or rather the Conference of Parties known as COP, the 27th edition, COP27, is underway in Egypt. Today and tomorrow, it will be mainly about ministers of environment from a number of countries that will be delivering their countries' opening statements. Last week, the heads of state, world leaders, delivered their countries' opening statements. Those countries who wouldn't have had an opportunity to do so have been given from today and tomorrow. It's a session known as the ministerial segment, but this is the second and last week of COP27. Very crucial because many issues that are on the agenda having to do with adaptation, climate finance, loss and damage, Africa's special needs and circumstances are on the agenda, and those are the major talking points and priority areas that African countries are pushing hard to have a deal that will at least produce a positive outcome when it comes to those priority areas. Yesterday there was a crucial meeting of the environmental affairs minister from the African continent. They are negotiating as a group, as a bloc, and this is what South Africa's Minister of Environmental Affairs, Fisheries and Forestry, Barbara Chris, had to say about the importance of COP27 and for Africa to negotiate and push as a bloc. Let's take a listen.
The purpose of that meeting is to share with all African ministers the current status of negotiation and, of course, the current status of key negotiating points that would be of interest to the African continent, including finance and technological support, the work program around adaptation, mitigation in the context of just transitions.
And Sipa, some South African companies, of course, and entities are also there. What's their position on the just energy transition?
A very crucial role to be played by South Africa's businesses, companies and state-owned entities. And about 5 minutes ago, Eskom CEO Andre Director was part of a panel that was unpacking and talking about net zero and the 2050 deadline, or rather the target that has been set, an ambitious one that the country is trying to basically adhere to. Come 2050, South Africa wants to have honored all the commitments it would have made towards net zero. Eskom is here, Sasol is here, two biggest emitters and polluters, and both of them are saying they are trying hard to decarbonize and to ensure that they undertake this just energy transition plan in a responsible manner which will not leave anyone behind. Let's take a listen to what Sasol had to say.
This is a fundamental point for us as Sasol, and we are quite clear that in terms of our priorities, our decarbonization agenda is actually people-centric. So we're looking at both planet, people and profit. And as part of that, we are working very closely with our communities. Our key focus areas is in areas such as Secunda, where we have large dependency on our coal mining and coal production. First of all, then, the decarbonization of Secunda will enable that we sustain some of the jobs in that area. But at the same time, we are upskilling our employees to make sure that through our Just Transition Office, we're working with other partners to ensure that new opportunities are created, new ecosystem industries are also created to address the social imperatives. But again, to re-emphasize, the energy challenges of South Africa are huge. We know we currently have power challenges. So this energy transition, if it's embraced well with the infrastructure and the capabilities required, will actually unleash opportunities for us to develop small businesses, medium enterprises, whilst at the same time we are revitalizing economies that were not competitively positioned globally.